Most of us have these same recurring meetings: project updates, client check ins, one on ones, and all of them tend to have a similar format. Yet, even with the same structure, we tend to still spend hours on writing follow up emails and updating our tracking systems. So, I've been using Claude to handle the entire process automatically. And what surprised me most is that AI often catches the action items and details that I miss when I'm jumping from meeting to meeting. Now, let me show you the exact setup that I have for my AI coaching sessions so you can easily adapt it to any recurring meeting that you have. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first things first, we're going to do a live demo. First, we're going to take a transcript from a meeting that we have because that's the first step. You should always record all your meetings that are recurring if you can. And you're going to take that transcript. Once we have it, we're going to drop it into a Claude project. So I'm going to take you to the Claude project. I've dropped the transcript in here. So once I've dropped it in, it's going to go through a series of steps to update our CRM. So in my case, it's Airtable. And it's going to update our CRM with tracking associated to that recurring meeting and what task has occurred. And then it's going to draft an email and the way that I like my emails drafted for this type of meeting. So it has an intro, it has lessons learned, it has resources, it has homework in between sessions, and it has questions at the end if they have any questions for me. And to prove that it updated the CRM correctly, I'll take you into that and show you it. All right, so if you look down at the very bottom, here we have the new addition that was added into our Airtable instance where we have session one. This is a fake name that I made with some fake data, and this is some fake updates associated to that fake script that we had. Now that's our demo of how this works. Just drop a transcript in, everything is done for you. Now the question is, how is this set up? So the overall flow looks like this. As I mentioned previously, we always start from a transcript. So for all my meetings that I have with my clients that are reoccurring, I always like to record them. And in those recordings, I have the transcript, the notes, and a variety of other things. So I'm going to use Gemini in this case. Once we've gotten the transcript, we're going to drop that into a Claude project. This Claude project is dedicated to this specific task, or at least these two tasks. Once I've dropped that transcript into the Claude project, it's going to draft an email in a very specific way that I want my emails to be drafted for this task. It's then going to update my CRM, and in this case, it's going to be Airtable, but you can update a series of other CRMs if you want with AI. And it's after it's updated this, it's then going to then have the email ready for me. Right now, there are no connectors readily available inside of Claude and or ChatGPT that write emails on your behalf, but you can add those in as a custom configuration, or you can wait for them to bake it in for you. Either way, you can just copy and paste the drafted email, which is what I do currently. I'll copy and paste the drafted email, make minor edits. Usually I don't make many edits, honestly, and then send it off via Gmail. That's the overall process. Hey there, quick pause in your regular programming. This video is brought to you by me. So two quick things. First, below is a 30-day AI Insight series, completely free. Click on it and you'll get 30 insights in your inbox of how you can apply AI to your business and your work. Second thing is if you'd like to work with me, below I have a series of offerings that you can choose from to see if there's a good fit between the two of us. That being said, let's get back into the video. So let's dive deeper into each one of these steps. So first one, we have transcription. So like I said, I'm using Gemini, but there are many different options you can use to transcribe your meetings. So there's Granola, Otter AI, Fireflies, and probably 50 other variants that exist. And many of the current tools that you have, so if you pay for Microsoft and or Google, you likely have access to the different tools you can use to then transcribe that. Once we've transcribed the meeting, we then want to drop that into a Claude project, but we don't want to drop it into any Claude project. The important thing here is that we're using Claude on the desktop app, not the web app. So we should be using Claude on our desktop, not in Chrome, Edge, Firefox, or anything like that. Reason being is that this specific application on your desktop has access to more connectors, which are the way that we can allow our AI to update our CRM. And that's really important for our use case. So we want to make sure that we're using this variant of Claude. And let me quickly show you what the difference looks like here. So this is Claude in the browser. We're inside of Chrome. And if we go to our settings here and we scroll down, we can see add connectors down here. If I select this, you'll see there are a variety of connectors that we can choose from. And there are plenty to choose from, which is good. So if you have HubSpot or if you use Monday.com or something along those lines, you may be able to use the web browser instead of the desktop. But that's the web version. So you can see I have web highlighted. But if I select desktop extensions, you can see there are more options to choose from. And in here specifically, you can see Airtable is there, and that's the one I'm using currently for my CRM. So I would need to use the desktop application. So I can either click open Claude on desktop that way, or I can just simply search it and it's going to open up Claude. So here we're in the desktop version. So you can see this is Chrome and this is desktop. So in desktop, if I look at the connectors here and I scroll down, I can do browse connectors and then go to desktop. And once you've selected your application, you just want to install and enable. Once you've done that, you have to obviously authenticate into the application that you have. But once that's all set up, then you have your Claude instance on your desktop connected to that specific connector, which is a tool that allows your AI to get access to other systems such as Airtable. Now, once we have that all configured and set up, we want to spend a lot of time on the prompt. So this here is the system prompt that sits behind that Claude project. So if I take you back into this instance here, and I take you back to our project, you'll see that specifically under this pencil, this is our system prompt. So this is the prompt that the AI is going to see before it does anything else. And this allows it to know that when I give it a transcript, it knows to do two very specific things. And what I'll do is I'll walk you through this prompt in detail because it is important, and I want you to understand both the importance of this and also how it's structured, as well as how I went about building it. We'll start with how I built it. So the way I built this is I initially wrote a short prompt. Once I wrote the short prompt of specifically what I wanted the AI to do, is probably 3 to 4 sentences, I dropped it into a prompt improver. So this here, under console.anthropic.com, they have a prompt improver where you generate a prompt here and you drop in your basic prompt. So I'm going to put a simple prompt in here of saying, rewrite my emails to improve the clarity. I'm going to check this box because all the models you're likely going to use are going to have thinking enabled. I'm going to say generate. And what's going to happen is it's going to take that one-liner I gave it, and it's going to extend that prompt to inject all the best practices associated to prompting Claude models specifically. And you can see this is much longer based off the original prompt I gave it. So that's how I went about building this prompt that we're going to walk you through. I give it a few lines, and then it gave me more detail back. So let's go through this prompt. At the very top, as always, you're going to have a role. So the role here is stating that it's an expert communicator that's dedicated to helping with AI coaching sessions, because that's a recurring meeting that we're going to write emails for. It's stating exactly what it's going to get. So it's saying you're going to get a transcript from the user. And after it states what it's going to get, it's going to go down into the tasks that it needs to do with that input. So for task one, it's making it very clear what the task one is based off of all caps and the colon. And then it's going to give a detail around how to achieve this task. The first thing we can see here is that it's stating the writing style. So it's saying this should be written at a 5th grade reading level using short sentences and a warm tone. After this, it's stating the email structure. So what should be included in the email and the format of that. So it's saying the format should include lessons learned, resources, homework, and questions. And here you can see specifically for resources, it's stating in parentheses, if resources aren't explicitly stated, then we don't always have to include it. And that's the first piece. So let's scroll down here and look at the second piece. So the second task is updating our CRM. So again, you can see this is in all caps with a colon. So the AI knows that this is a separate section for the second task, and it knows to then switch to that next task. And it's giving it context here, stating that it needs to look for a specific table inside of Airtable called Gradient Lab CRM. And then it's stating that within that table, it needs to go to the tab that is under tasks, and then states that it needs to add a new task inside that segment. And then it talks about what type of task to add and how to go about doing it. So here it says before creating a task or a new entry, you need to first ensure that you're following the existing format. So you're following the same format that all the other tasks have been added with. You're determining that you're adding the right session number because we have this. Remember, this is a recurring meeting. So this could be session 1 or session 10. And then down here, it's reminding the AI to ensure that we're keeping consistency with the previous formats. And below that, it's telling it exactly how to go about creating that task. So it's telling you to give it a title, to give it 2 short sentences summarizing what happened in the session, and ensuring that we have the proper session number. After this in our prompt, we have some important guidelines at the bottom, which is simply they're basically restating what we've already stated above to remind the AI what it needs to do. So it's reminding that it needs to complete both tasks while asking me for any clarification or any input. And I do that because these are automated tasks that I do in between meetings. So I run in there, I drop a transcript, and I run off to the next meeting. I then come back later on in the day, I review the emails, send them off. Everything is already updated without me having to do anything. And there's no AI waiting on me to do a task or a given subtask within the overall automation. Another reminder here is to ensure that we're basing all of the content on the transcript itself and the AI is not hallucinating on anything. So this here is a form of grounding. Another reminder to not include the resources section if no resources were mentioned in the meeting. And a final reminder here to ensure that it's referencing the previous instances inside of the Airtable to ensure that it's following the right format. And this is the prompt that sits behind our project. So when we drop in a transcript, it's going to follow this. And a quick note on connectors. So as I mentioned, in this instance, I'm using Airtable. But like I said, there are many different types of connectors available inside of Claude. There's different CRMs you can use, such as HubSpot, Notion, and Monday.com. You also have access to Google Drive, Gmail, and a ton of other things. So in there, when I scrolled through there, there's probably between, I'd say, 40 and 60 connectors readily available, either in the Claude web instance on the web browser, such as Chrome, or on your desktop app. So you can take this process, what I'm telling you, and you can adapt it to many different areas outside of just the recurring meetings that I'm doing. And another thing I'll call out here that's pretty important is the selection of the model. So this is going to be pretty critical because you need to ensure that the model that you're using is very effective at calling tools, because the connector that we're calling, our Airtable instance to get it updated for a CRM, that is a tool. And with Claude, the recent release of Sonnet 4.5 is one of the, if not the best model when it comes to calling tools effectively. And what I mean by effectively is it's going to call the tool at the right time, and it's not necessarily going to fall into a loop and get a bunch of errors. So that's really key right here. So you can either use Sonnet 4.5. I think GPT-5 thinking is pretty good as well, if there is a connector in there that you care about, but ensure that it has thinking enabled and the thinking is likely set up to extended. By doing that, you're going to increase the chances that the AI is going to call the right tool at the right time. So just make sure you're choosing the right model for the right job. And as a reminder, this is the simple setup. So we have a targeted prompt sitting behind a Claude project that it has a series of connectors that are connected to automate our CRM. In this case, it's Airtable. And all we have to do is drop a transcript in. It's going to draft our email in the tone and structure that we prefer. And it's going to update our CRM in the way that we want. And that's it. So if you enjoyed this, please share it with your friends. And as I mentioned previously, two things. First, we have the 30-day AI Insight series, completely free. You'll get 30 insights in your inbox of how you can apply AI to your business and your work. And the second thing is if you'd like to work with me, below are a series of offerings that I have, see if there's a good fit between the two of us. And with that being said, you should probably check out the next video around here somewhere. See you next time.